We're back. Properly this time. Okay, so, continuing from the last stream. Here we are, we're right back at the start. I didn't do anything, I only went back to the campfire here because I was testing out some mods and all that. You can see my character here is almost dead from that encounter with, was it an imp? I think it was an imp. Almost dead from that. So, yeah, time to rest. Time to rest up before I drop dead. Also, I've taken out the magic regen mod, so we're not regenerating magic anymore. Consider this an experiment. I want to see how well we can work without it. I don't want to use it as a crutch, and there are ways around magic from the other mods, so we'll see how it works. But for now, let's... well, do we have any food to cook? We do not. Huh. I thought we at least would have some meat from a rat or something, but I guess not. Let's rest. I think I'm gonna level up because of the battles that I got into last time. So let's rest until fully healed. I also turned the game's volume up a little bit too. So hopefully it sounds a little better and not too loud. Okay. Ooh, we got 6 points, yay. So, okay, I gotta think how I want to distribute my points. We kind of decided last time that this is a very general playthrough. This character is not really, they're not really inclined to anything. They just have the bare minimum average to eventually be good at whatever they choose to be good at, but yeah, right now they're a pure middle-of-the-road character. They don't really have any particular goals. We're an adventurer. We adventure. We have fun adventuring. That's all we got right now. But we're looking for a nice immersive experience, not an overpowered one. So, here's my thoughts, right? So, so far, we've picked up some goodies. I have a little bit of armor, as you can see. I have this nice short sword. So here's the thing. We're going to be doing a mix of magic and melee and all that. I think we should probably level up strength. If I had to say what we should get some points in right now, I only have 52 encumbrance, and just wearing my equipment, having lanterns and basic, provisions, I'm already more than halfway encumbered, and that is affecting me. That's affecting me pretty badly. Like it's making my fatigue drain at a very rapid rate. So I think because we're a high elf, we started the game with a higher than normal int and willpower, but strength is incredibly low. Like our strength is abnormally low. We only have 35, so I think honestly I should probably put my points into strength. So from 35, I think that makes health go up too, right? It makes fatigue go up. So we got 95 fatigue and 52 encumbrance, and yeah, we add points. All right. Do we want to go up to 40 or 41? That's the question. I don't think there's a lot of advantage. There's generally not a lot of advantage to numbers that aren't 5 or 10s. So I think we'll keep it at 40. Could go higher, but there's not really a lot of reason to. And then, okay, what to do with our stray point. Again, it doesn't really matter a whole lot, but I guess 55 speed, I mean, that would at least be, it would be an integer of 5, right? So, and speed is pretty important. That's pretty important. So I think with 40 strength, we're still a little over half encumbered, but the encumbrance is not nearly as bad as it was, so that's something. Oh god, put all your points into luck. I mean, I'm trying to think what luck even does in this game. It does have an effect on the game. It does, but it doesn't have a lot of effect as far as I know. Like, it's weird. Luck does affect things, but it has such a minimal effect that it is difficult to notice. But speed is one of those things that you can always have more speed. All right, skills have improved, and my health is low. I guess I got a little health for like to strength. I guess I wasn't looking. I was looking at fatigue and encumbrance, but I guess it was good for that too. Let's rest a little more then. All right. Okay, and let's save. Also, give me just a moment. Give me a moment, because I got a cough. I feel really like, I don't know, I'm really congested today. We've been talking like an hour before we started, too. So, 1 second, let me mute and grab a quick water, too. Okay, okay. Thank God for my mute button. Oh man. Okay. Oh yeah, Ralzar. Yeah, I do know that a lot of the mods they factor luck in. Like even I'm not using it at the moment, but even the magic regen mod, even that uses luck as a factor in how much regen you get. So yeah, a lot of mods do use it, and I will say that a lot of the mods that I have, and I have over 100, a lot of the mods, they do utilize the stats in ways that make sense. But you know, it makes sense, and it's things you'll need or use, but it's not, you know, it's not vanilla, right? I think mods have done a lot of the heavy lifting in giving stats more meaning when they normally wouldn't really have a lot of purpose behind them. But yeah, I'm not going to worry too much about the stats. Like I said, I'm going for a bit of an immersive playthrough here. We made a character who is, like, our character is very random, and like in terms of what they are, they're just adventurer, high elf, and then random name. And as far as everything goes, that part's random, and then the stats are just purely middle of the road. They have a 1x multiplier for magic from their int, and that's really it. That's the only like special thing they have. I'm not going for a power build here, and I think I only get a maximum of 8 HP per level. Like I purposefully went for a very average to mediocre character, because honestly that's more fun than playing it's more fun than playing a character that's really tricked out from the start. Like you can make some crazy stuff in Daggerfall, but honestly that's not, to me that's not really all that fun to play in the long term. It's fun for a while, but you get so powerful so quickly that it quickly loses its luster, you know? So yeah, I like to play a little more immersive. Which all right. Ooh man, I feel the speed. Like even though I only put 1 point in there, I'm feeling it. I am feeling it. Also, when it comes to immersion, I'm using the swing method. It's just I have it set so that the game registers the direction I'm swinging at like 0.0001. So literally all I have to do is hold my mouse button down and then just gently tap in a direction, and it swings in that direction. Honestly, that is really comfortable. Like, I love it. It feels way better than just clicking to attack in a random direction, or the vanilla, like, you know, having to swing your mouse like halfway across your desk. When you have a really timely swing, it feels really good, actually. Yeah, and okay, so we're gonna get to the dungeon crawl here, but and also, as far as how the game looks, I hope everyone is okay with it. I'm using Dream 90s. That's the textures and stuff that I'm using. I have a bunch of ambience mods. I want the game to look nice, but I don't want it to look... I want it to still feel like Daggerfall. So, so what I'm going with still has some pixely chunk. You know, it's got a little chunk to it. It still has the vibe, but I want it to look clean and nice. I've played around with a lot of like retro modes and all that, but this is kind of what I've settled on. It feels right. But as far as gameplay goes, yeah, I've seen a lot of people that get into Daggerfall from a number cruncher point of view, and they're all about building these crazy, powerful characters that are just... It's like you're a demigod. And, you know, if that's what people have fun with, that's cool, but, yeah, I've always found that makes the game get really boring really fast, and I want to have a more immersive experience. I want to go slow and die a lot. That's what I want. Which, oh, speaking of, how we doing on provisions? Alright, let's see. You are healthy, the cold air in the dungeon makes you shiver. You are not overburdened, you have water, you got rations, and you're rested. Good job. How much food do we have? We have a water skin, 2 rations, I have some clothing left over. We've got to be careful with all this metal. The thing is, I'm using climate and calories, so cold metal, right? Metal is not good to wear in extreme heat or cold, so like, I could freeze to death in my armor, basically. So I want to have alternatives for my clothing. Alright, I'm using a steel short sword. That looks good. Got my spell book. I have a Weirboar's tusk for some reason. Okay, cool. We might want to find some meat, though, to cook, you know, for food. I killed a rat, but it has no treasure, so I guess... Yeah, I've already been through this room. I think I killed my way up to the first imp. No treasure on anyone. Man, I hate that I'm so congested today. Sorry for all the coughing, can't help it. Asthma and allergies are a bitch. Okay. Also, I hope the game ain't too dark. As long as I use a torch, I think it's okay. Now, if I put the... Hold up. Also, yeah, no crosshairs from me. So, okay, yeah, if I put my torch away... Oh boy, yeah, no torch is a fun time. Yeah, I can't see shit, so torches it is. This is what I want, all right? And let's go into sneak mode. Also, you'll notice that my fatigue is draining really fast. I think it's because the dungeon I'm in is cold. Like, I think, so fatigue always drains in Daggerfall. It's kind of a measure of your overall tiredness, but I don't think fatigue normally drains that quickly. I think it's draining that fast because I'm in a very cold place, and I don't really have fully appropriate weather, like, I don't have fully appropriate gear for that. Alright, did I already loot this? I did. I already looted a shoulder piece. I need the opposite shoulder piece. Also, speaking of ambiance and all that, there is also the better ambiance mod that it's giving that metal clank. Like when I walk around and you hear the clanking, that's because I'm wearing metal armor. Oh yeah, good stuff. Also, I know to save and save constantly. Alright, so let's keep it in stealth mode, and well, let's see how long that lasts, right? How long can I be sneaky? But my character does have some stealth skill, so I am trying to level that up. Oh god, what's in here? Is this the imp, or is this a... Oh, it's a rat! Okay, yeah, sneaking doesn't work for me. Oh my god, I was not expecting to actually kill it in just 2 hits like that. Boom, dead. We got some smelly raw meat, I'll take it. Nice. I love it when that works out. My character's melee skills are really not that good, so I was not expecting to just whack the rat to death in 2 hits. Oh, okay. So, see, I wasn't sure how warm the Khajiit suit is. I thought the Khajiit suit would be warmer than the casual pants. I will say that's one thing about climate and calories, is that it's not really clear what exactly should be used in what situation. Yeah, like, and there's no, like, tooltip or anything that explains that. I only went with the Khajiit suit because it covers the whole body, you know? But I think the problem is, so we have a short shirt. I would assume that's my big problem, is that I don't have proper coverage on my arms, I would assume. But yeah, I think really the answer is that we need better clothing overall. So just gotta find better. All right, let's have a looky around here. I will say I feel like I move a little too fast, but I think it's because I usually play with reflexes on average, and I'm on very high now, because I wanted to give that a shot. But I noticed that it not only makes the enemies move faster, but it makes you move faster too, and that's great for traveling. But it's like I feel like I'm moving too quick, you know? I feel like I'm power walking in here. All right, I think most of the time though I'm gonna be in stealth mode, just so that, you know, so that I at least level that up and have a chance. You know, I have a chance to sneak up on an enemy. Oh, okay, so I guess, okay, Khajiit would be better in warmer weather then, huh? I mean, it's so thin, I figure it's not really gonna do much to stave off colder temperatures. All right, let me crouch too. I know there's always a guy down here. Oh god, oh god. Oh god, I'm blind. Oh shit. I'm just flailing wildly and like moving. I'm moving in random directions and flailing right now. Oh god, I'm blind. Oh god. Oh man, I think that's actually the first time I've ever been blinded. So okay, I need a second. All right, this is bad. Like, I just got hurt a lot because I couldn't see where I was going. So okay, I think I have magic. I think we need to try to magic kill this one. Okay, I just didn't want to get closer to them. Oh man, oh man, that was rough. That was real rough. Oh god, I've never been blinded. Also, you might notice something. When I whipped out my spell hands, I dropped my torch. Cause yeah, I'm just like standing in the dark over here now. We got a gulp. Oh my god, a formal brazier. I'm sure that'll provide me good protection, right? So let's see. Right now I got elven boots, plus 11 to armor. I assume that's better. Yeah, that's better than the chain boots. We have another steel short sword. It's slightly used. I think that's better. I think that's better than the one I'm using right now in terms of how much damage it's taken. Like, I think slightly used is better than worn, I think. Alright, I got this leather hauberk. And that's a leather cuirass. It's basically the same thing. Basically. Except the leather cuirass is the same thing, but heavier. Why? Huh. You know, okay, look. At the very least, I could sell it, but I'm curious. Can I wear that in addition to what I'm wearing now, or does that replace something? Okay, that replaces the shirt. All right, fair. Let me. Like, I really don't have the. I don't have the encumbrance. Yeah, I don't have the encumbrance to carry much of anything, so any excess items, I'm basically just gonna just get rid of them, just stash them. Okay. But I suppose let's take a quick look and see how this actually looks. Also, let's go to the casual pants, because I guess the casual pants are... I can't change the look. Some of them you can change the look. It looks really... like, I gotta say, the casual pants don't really blend too good with the boots, unfortunately. But there you go, there's your formal brassiere. Okay, it only has one look. That looks so silly. I love it. That looks so silly. Yeah, I know, right? I guess you can only wear one or the other, I suppose. You get a look, you get either a shirt or a bra, but never the two shall meet. So, all right, I'll switch back to the Khajiit suit just because it blends better with the armor. And I guess it's something. I mean, I can only assume that wearing the Khajiit suit would at least be better than wearing nothing, but maybe not. And then the short shirt, because I like the style of that. Okay, and then we have our armor. Let's get that back on. Okay. I'll probably just where is it? Here we go. I'll probably just end up selling this in town. But look, I saw that, and of course I gotta loot it, right? Of course I do. Oop. I love the bit of lag between menus. It's not a problem, but you always feel it. Okay. With the bra, she looks kind of Conan-esque. I'm not sure, like, as far as the aesthetic of our character goes. I mean, right now she's just generic adventurer, right? She is generic high elf adventurer. I'm doing a more immersive kind of roleplay run here, but I'm doing it more in the sense of like, okay, we're try to act as the character, try to think like, you know, we need to eat, we need to sleep, like we're being realistic about it. But our character doesn't really have much of an identity so far. We want to fix that eventually. Like, eventually, we want our character to have a bit of a personality and a purpose in life. But I think to start, it's... I think the best idea to start is just simply the basics. Like, you know, let's get out of this filthy dungeon and try to not starve to death. And, you know, we'll see about what our theme is after that, right? Okay. I love this. This room's always got some goodies in it. I love the old head pile over here. So what's in the loot pile? Some gold. So using a shield is that's tricky without a magic light spell. If we could get a magic light spell, then the shield would be fine. But until we have some form of magical light, I wouldn't really use a shield, because yeah, then you can't use a torch. Right now, everything is kind of based around our ability to use a torch and see in the dark. But I will take some of these. Yeah, I think these are reagents we can use for some alchemies, some herbalism. Because I do have a mod. I do have a mod that. Well, first off, it adds a lockpicking minigame, which I'm very curious to see that. But it also adds like a basic wilderness alchemy, and you can use that to make various potions, including magic potions. I'm not exactly sure how it'll work. I know that I need a mortar and pestle, but I'm not really sure beyond that. Okay, and then we've got some leather chausses. That's +3 to armor. Our chain greaves are better. But then again, our chain greaves are better, but like, how heavy are they? So the chain greaves are 2.5, this is 1. I have very little carry weight. Like, I can barely carry anything, so I think this is the better deal, just because of carry weight. Yeah, I actually don't know what the lockpicking minigame is going to look like with this mod, so I'm very curious to see it. I don't know what style they're going for. All right, and also I missed it, but okay, we need a formal cloak. Oh yeah, I only got a casual cloak. I think I do remember seeing. I think formal, like anything formal, is supposed to be warmer, right? And then casual is well, okay, wrong way to say it. Formal is more insulating, and then casual is less insulating, is the way I would put it. Which, wait a second, in that case, does that mean, okay, hold up, if things tagged as formal are more insulating to the cold, does that mean, because hey, it's furry, right? I see like a furry ridge. Does that mean the formal brassiere is, does that mean that you have better protection from the cold wearing a brassiere than you do wearing a short shirt? I see no flaw in that logic. So what you're telling me... Well, okay, like, if it works like this, right? If it works like this, then that would mean, okay, wait, so I could get like a... I could get like a furry... Basically a furry bikini and brassiere. And that would protect my character against the, you know, the harsh winter wasteland better than actual clothing. That would be very interesting. Okay. I'm not sure. Like, I mean, look, the brassiere, it's got the fur lining, but I mean, it's a bra. Like, it's a fucking bra. Like, I guess it'll keep her titties warm, but I mean, there's more up there than just the titties. So I don't know about that. Again, I'll keep it in my inventory for now. We'll see. Yeah, I guess it'll protect the most important parts. Also, I absolutely love the I love the dagger blood, the gore mod. Look at this, where I was just not even killing, but where I just like I stabbed and got stabbed by that one person. There's just blood covering the walls and the stairs. I love that. Absolutely love it. And yeah, look, where we were fighting, oh god. I think some of that's my blood. Alright, I don't have a lot of HP left, but I know there's gonna be like at least a bat up ahead, right? I'm taking a little bit of a gamble, but I'm gonna try and maybe kill it with spells. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Nope. I think I chose poorly. I think I'm probably gonna die to this bat right now. Oh yeah. I was trying to pick my torch up. Okay, yeah, I chose poorly there. I chose quite poorly. I love being a low HP character though, I really do. Okay, so we still looted all that stuff. That's good. Alright, let's rest up. Now it does actually matter where you rest, but I think right now beggars can't be choosers. So let's just rest in the middle of the hallway. Oh my god. Here it comes. Here it comes. Oh god, I'm gonna have to fight in the dark too. Wait, I have another torch. I have torch number 2. Oh god. Ugh. Oh god. Come on. Yeah, okay. My god, is the combat so intense. I love it. Like, I am not being like facetious here. The combat, the way that I've kind of got everything set up is actually rather fucking intense. Okay. Also, if you look down here at my green bar, I'm about to die. I am about to just pass out and die. And you know what happens when you have no fatigue in Daggerfall. The game just says, oh, you pass out, and then, you know, you're in a dungeon, so the monster, oh man, the monsters are just gonna pass you around like a piece of fucking candy. So, yeah, let me danger save this one, and let's see if we can rest. Maybe loot that moldy meat. If I can. Okay, how much? I have 11 fatigue. If I can, let's make our way back to the. Let's make our way back to the fire, to the campfire, and let's try to cook the meat and then eat it, and then rest if we have time. If we don't have time, then I mean, just hit that rest button right now, right? But I'm gonna try to make it back to the campfire. I'm not running because I figure that'll drain my stamina even faster. So cook the smelly raw meat. Cook the moldy raw meat. And then eat it, right? Eat the meats, at least one of them. Now, okay, hold up. We got smelly meat and then meat. I think we don't want to eat the smelly meat, right? I think eating the smelly meat is taking a chance, right? So I'll get rid of that, and we'll just eat the normal meat. There we go. And that invigorates me. And now we rest. Oh yeah, see, my fatigue was just shooting up there. Okay, all my skills are up. Nice. What do I actually level up with again? It's been a little while since our last stream with this, so primary is archery, short blade, and destruction. A nice even spread of different means of killing. Okay. And then my major is critical striking, dodging, and stealth. I think critical striking and dodging, those pretty much just level up by fighting, I think. And then stealth is one of my majors, but you only need like 2 out of 3 majors, I think, to level up. And then minor is like all the magical, it's like all the other magic skills and then lock picking. So we have quite the choice as far as a minor goes. Okay. But yeah, with the mods that I have, if you eat some meat that don't quite smell right, there is a chance you could get sick in a very bad way from that. And I love that. Oh, also, speaking of fun, like, kind of realism things with the mods that I have, okay, hold up. Here's something fun. So, you know in Dark Souls, right? And Dark Souls always, let me pause while I say this. You know how it always impressed me that in Dark Souls, like from the very first one, and I think even Demon Souls, if you swing your weapon and you're swinging your weapon against a wall, you know, it kind of clangs off of the wall. And that's something that I never really saw in an RPG before. Like, it would just phase through the wall in most games, right? Well, let me just... Yeah, look at that, We Dark Souls in it now. Okay, just a fun little thing that I love. That's that is part of another mod that kind of redoes the weapons and shields and stuff that you're actively holding. It also gives them a bit of physicality there, because I'm pretty sure weapons don't do that in the vanilla game. I mean, maybe they did, but I'm pretty sure they don't. I don't remember it. And if they did, I don't think they did it in quite an interesting visual way. It's Daggers. Welcome to Dagger Souls. The real Dagger Souls starts now. Oh my god, I just had a thought. Imagine. No, we need this. We need a mod that adds, like, you know, the signs, right, to the ground. just some glowing signs, and just add them to the ground. That'd be great. Amazing chest ahead. But no, I really like, look at that, I love that. I love how you, if you're looking at the wall where you strike, yeah, I love that. Alright, but yeah, again, if I didn't have mods that made me eat and all that, and I didn't have as many things to worry about, I could probably be out of this dungeon already. But yeah, we're slow boating it. We are immersing, okay? Immersion run. Okay, so there's there's always a dude. There's always a dude up here. And I'm thinking how I want to go about killing that dude in an efficient manner. Where is he? There he is. Okay. So here's the okay. So here's the good thing. He's standing in a very well-lit room, which means that I don't have to worry about dropping my torch because you can see in that room even without a torch. So here's a bit of a game plan. I need to level up my other skills if I want to level up. So I got 30 arrows and a steel short bow. Let's do it. So I'm dropping my torch here, and let's range him to death. A little hard with no crosshair, but we got this. Ooh. He's also got a bow and arrow. I want to level my archery skill up. Ooh, ooh, oh god, man. I love the physicality to the combat. I love it. Narrowly leaning to avoid arrows. I love it. Okay. So there you go. I got my... oh no, I don't want to use the steel dagger. I want to use the steel short sword. Oh god. Short sword. There we go. I know that a lot of people don't like the combat of Daggerfall, but I gotta be honest, the vanilla combat of Daggerfall is a little rough, but if you refine the combat just a little bit and you tweak the settings to be just right, like you can actually get a combat experience that is quite unique and also feels good too. I'm drinking from my water skin. Can I see how, like, is there a way to see how much water is in my water skin? I guess it has a weight, so I suppose that would be how you tell, right? I don't know how heavy it is at full water weight. I know, I heard that skeleton. I heard that skelly man. The good old screaming skeleton. Oh boy, there he is. It's my good friend, Screaming Skeleton Man. My good old Daggerfall friend. Oh god. Ooh, oh god. For a second I kind of panicked because I was like, oh god, I'm falling. Right, they're called stairs. Ooh. Oh. Ooh. Oh man. Okay, on the table. Around the table. Haha! Who is the master now? Okay. Practice my magic. As a veteran RPGer, I know every monster's true weakness. Pathfinding. Alright, let me get up there. Okay, what do we got? Prayer beads. Yeah, honestly, yeah, like just letting the bandit and skeleton fight each other. Well, I didn't know that they were in the same room. That's the thing. I looked in, like, oh, I guess I should say this right now. So normally enemies in Daggerfall, they will fight each other, but they don't normally move around. And it's actually one of the reasons why stealth is actually really hard in Daggerfall. Because enemies don't move around, they basically just kind of stand in place and wait. They might move like a tiny bit, but they mostly only move in relation to you. So it makes stealth really fucking hard. If an enemy's just standing there staring in the doorway, right? But I have a mod in that it lets the enemies just kind of randomly wander within a radius from where they spawn. So so you'll get enemies wandering from one room to another, and it makes the whole thing a little bit more immersive, but it also makes stealth easier because you can actually like follow people and all of that. You know, you're not just you're not just kind of staring at them and they're staring at you, you know. But it also means that sometimes enemies won't be where you think they are, you know. Alright, I don't think prayer beads... They're in clothing and misc. Are they something that you equip? No, they're not. So I'm not really sure what they're for exactly. Alright, and what do we got on this guy? Ooh, we've got a long shirt. A peasant blouse. So the peasant blouse looks a little skimpy. I mean, honestly, the long shirt looks a little skimpy too, but we can probably change the style. So let's see, we've got some arrows. Oh, that would be the arrows that I shot, right? Ooh, a silver longbow. Nice, nice. That is way better. Honestly, I feel like there's way too much good loot right now. I feel like I'm getting way too much good loot. Like I feel like I'm getting way more nice loot than is normal, but then again, I mean, I have played a decent amount of Daggerfall, and I do know that it is totally possible to get like silver items and stuff in the first dungeon at level 1. I know that's very possible. It just feels like I'm getting a lot more good stuff than normal, but I don't know. Okay, so right now we've got the steel short bow. Yeah, this is 4 to 16, and that is 4 to 18, so I'm getting rid of that, and I'm gonna take the silver one. We have a nice helmet, plus 3 to armor. That is literally no better than the leather that I have right now, and that weighs more, so I'm just gonna stick with the leather that I have. And yeah, the beads might just be for selling, I don't know. The thing is, I got like 105 mods. There's a lot of content that is in my game that even I am not exactly sure what it's for, you know? Oh, we've got a steel archer's axe. I don't really know if there's an advantage to me using that. I don't think so. Alright, that's an iron short sword, but I have better. I got steel. So, okay, I'll take the long shirt. I'll take that. And let's go ahead and equip it. So, okay. So well, let me look at something first. So if I were to go into this, it says, yeah, the cold air, it makes you shiver. And I assume that's why my fatigue is going down so quick. So maybe the long shirt is a little better? I don't know. And I tried to wear this, but equip does nothing, so I assume it's not even an amulet, but it's in clothing and misc, and not ingredients, but I guess a lot of stuff goes under misc too. Alright, let me see, can I change the look of the shirt? I can. Interesting how the long shirt is open in the front, though. Like no matter what style you choose, it's always open in the front. So I guess this isn't really like proper. It's not like proper cold weather protection. I like how it looks, though. Yeah, I actually really like the look of that. Let me take the armor. Let me take the armor off for a second. And I like the way that looks. But I'm guessing it ain't gonna. I'm guessing this ain't gonna keep me warm, because it's almost completely open in the front. Like if I took the Khajiit suit off, right? Let's see, if I took that off, yeah, you've just got a boob window there. So I take it it's not really all that good for the winter weather. I mean, maybe the formal brassiere really is the way to go. I don't know. But like, let me see what it says now when I hit this. Yeah, it still says it makes me shiver. Okay, I'll bite. Let me see. If I equip the formal brassiere, because it's padded, right? It's got the fur padding. Do I no longer shiver? No, I'm still shivering. So, yeah, I don't know. I think I need to really, when I can get to a town, I really need to look at my clothing options, I think. I think that's what I need to do. But for now, I kind of like the way this looks. I like how it has a bit of a kind of a tunic overhang. To me, it makes the leather armor pants, or whatever armor pants you wear, it makes it look a little better, I think. Yeah, we need to get like a proper jacket and all that. That's what we need. And again, I know that a lot of people that I've seen, because I always look at the comments on every mod that I download, and a lot of people just seem really, I don't know, they don't want to deal with the weather. They don't want to deal with having to dress for the weather and the climate and all that. And they don't want to deal with having to eat and drink and all the various issues, the more mundane issues of living in a fantasy world. They don't want to deal with that. And I totally get it. I totally get that there is a, there is a style of play that is all about the number crunching and video gaming it up, and I get that. But I don't know. For me, I like having to deal with this stuff. I like the idea that it might not be the screaming skeleton that gets you. It might be the cold weather. It might be that you didn't pack enough food for the journey. It might be that you get a horrible disease when you get bitten by a rat. I kind of like that. To me, that adds a whole other layer of danger and excitement to adventuring. And it's one of those layers that I feel most games don't really deal with anymore. Like a lot of older games actually did, but it's something that's kind of faded away with time. So bringing that into Daggerfall is something I really like and appreciate. Alright, let's see. Look through my stuff here. What I want to look at is my rations are good, and I think my water skin is good. I have this camping equipment. I might want to get better, because this camping equipment is battered, so I might want to invest in better camping equipment when we can get to town. And oh yeah, no, I'd totally love a cooking system. I mean, you kind of get that with climate and calories. You kind of get it. Also, I know I'm panic saving a lot. I panic save, all right. But like they do give you the ability to cook the various meats that you find. Like we cooked the smelly meat and all that. So hey, they at least give you that, and there is like a very simple herbalism alchemy thing. But yeah, like a full-blown cooking system. Just full-on cooking would be pretty cool, actually. I think, oh yeah, I do have a mod for crafting. Like, I have a mod that lets me do some crafting. I gotta remember how to actually use it, but there is crafting in my game. But I don't think there's a whole lot with cooking. I would like more. Maybe there is a mod for cooking, and I just didn't find it, but... but I understand the sentiment. Oh man, delicious in the dungeon. But yeah, I love all these kind of little systems and just other things you have to think about. I like that. Oh man, I kind of love the aesthetic of being in this big room and it's so dark I can barely, I can't see beyond my torchlight, right? But I can see that chandelier up on the ceiling. I like it. I mean, you know what I could do if I can't... So, here's the cool thing with the whole torch system. Yeah, look at that. So if I need more light, I can just throw my torch out. Like if I come to a room and I can't see what's in it, but I don't want to go in it, I could sit back and I could just throw a bunch of torches into the room and light it up like that. To me that is like, man, that's cool. That's real cool. Okay, we got some more moldy raw meat. And I know there's a whole bunch of, like, look, there's dungeon all over the place, right? There's dungeon all around us, but I'd like to get out into the world. Because it's a big world, and I don't have proper fast travel, so... So let's try and actually get outside, okay? Like, don't get me wrong, I like Privateer's Hold, alright? I really like Privateer's Hold a lot. I actually think it's a pretty good starter dungeon. But the thing is that I want to leave it. I want to experience more of the world other than just the dungeon. Oh god, it just, man, UL. The idea of, like, yeah, just getting all the bits and stuff from monsters and just doing stuff with it in a practical way. I do like that. That's actually one of the reasons I like, well, I mean, any game that lets you do that, but also stuff like Rune Factory. That game is all about just, you know, taking monster bits and just, you know, doing like Harvest Moon shit with it. I like that. Also, I think we need to rest again, and I like to rest at the campfire, but I think we're gonna have to just rest in the middle of this, dirty floor. All right. My fatigue drains so quickly. Okay, the meat is it's still it hasn't gone bad yet. Not yet. Oh yeah, okay, so let me say this real quick. I do actually have a mod installed that makes vampirism a little more tolerable. The biggest issue, as I understand it, with vampirism in this is that if you don't kill a living creature every day, you go into like a bloodthirst state where you can't rest anymore, and not being able to rest in this game is that's kind of game over. So I have a mod that lets me tweak that value. Right now I have it set so that if I get vampirism and all that, I have 3 days between killing things. So that gives me a little more wiggle room until the bloodthirst happens. But overall, being a vampire in Daggerfall is not a great time. But if it happens, I'd be curious to see how it goes down, you know? Like, I would be very curious to see how the game plays like that. Though it would make, you know, traveling, when you don't have fast travel, it would make traveling long distances quite a hassle. Oh god, man, delicious in Daggerfall. Honestly, yeah, if there aren't any really nice, like, kind of like cooking crafting mods, man, we need one. We need one. But delicious in Daggerfall would be great as a title. Also, yeah, Burn, Morrowind, god, Morrowind vampires are kind of the worst. That said, I've never actually gotten vampirism in Daggerfall, so I don't really know. I don't know if it even affects how NPCs treat you. But so I don't know enough to judge this one. But yeah, Morrowind, god, yeah, Morrowind vampires were. I mean, there was some fun to be had, but the amount of penalties on being a vampire in Morrowind is just a little too harsh. And yeah, I remember Oblivion. Oblivion vampires were, I think they were a good balance. I think they were a good balance of penalties with benefits. And then you have Skyrim vampires, and I mean, I'll be honest, there's really not much of a downside to being a vampire in Skyrim. Like, honestly, getting vampirism in Skyrim it's kind of just an upgrade. There's very little penalty, and what little there is very easy to work around, or completely negate with the right enchantments. Alright, so there's usually at least a couple monsters up ahead. I hear them. Okay, we got Rat. Ooh, there is a trick to, like, you could say that the combat is just like, you know, poke them and then back up, and technically this is true. Although, if you think about it, that's also combat in Dark Souls too. So, I mean, you know, that's a little reductive. But there's a lot going on other than just, like, poking and backing up. There's timing to it, and their attacks are a little bit random at times. I'm trying to get a good downswing on this one. Scoring a downswing, actually kind of hard. It's actually a harder hit chance to hit a downswing. I think forward stab is a lot easier to score. There we go. But a good downswing, that makes them pop. That makes them go full on cherry gusher. Oh yeah, the Dawnguard DLC for Skyrim, that was actually, I loved it. Look, I'm not gonna sit here and say that I didn't have a lot of fun with Skyrim, okay? I had a ton of fun with Skyrim. I loved Skyrim. It was a blast. It just wasn't really a very good immersive RPG. Like, it was a lot of fun. It was tons of fun to play. There was a lot of cool stuff, but it didn't really do a very good job of immersing me in the game. You know, that's really all. Also, the moldy raw meat. Well, I probably shouldn't have the moldy raw meat. Okay, go back into sneaking, and let's save. Yeah, Vampire Lords in Skyrim, they were a lot of fun. I'm gonna be straight. They were tons of fun. It's just, again, the game was overall fun, just not the most immersive, I want to say. Oh god, if we can become a Weirbor, that would be awesome. I don't know. I'll take whatever comes my way. Oh, okay, we got this guy to deal with again. I'm not sure if my steel sword can hurt it or not. If it can, awesome. If not, that's unfortunate. Okay, we can hurt it. I think magic is still probably a good way to go with this guy. Yeah, there we go. I think just magic kill is the way there. Okay, there we go. Cancel my attack. No body. I was about to say no body on that treasure. No, wrong way around. Okay, did we kill everything in here? I think I didn't kill this guy. I didn't kill that. So I guess they killed each other. I'll take all the meat. The delicious meat. And we got a god, not brazier. Brazier? Man, I struggle with the difference between brazier and brazier. I can't. I just can't. I can't. Alright, so this is the exit to the dungeon. It's probably a good idea to rest up before I head out. Alright, I slept poorly, but I ate some rations. So all the meat is still smelly. It's smelly and raw, but it's not moldy, so that's good. So let me change the style on this shirt again. There we go. I think that looks a little better than having the little green vest there. Okay. So I still have rations and I still have water. Yeah, I'm down. So my water skin, the last time I checked it, I had 1.6 kilograms. Now it's down to 1.5 kilograms. So I don't know how much water I have. I assume the water skin itself has a weight, but I don't know what that weight is. Maybe 1, so like maybe it's full at 2. I don't know. We'll figure it out eventually when we run out of water. Okay. Yeah, the silver bow would have been able to damage, but the short bow, or the short sword, the steel short sword was doing damage. For some reason I thought you need silver, but I guess I think iron won't hurt them, but I guess steel will. I guess iron is just a little too bad for them. And yeah, I don't like Burn. I don't really know what the difference between a weirboar or a werewolf is. I'm not sure. I've never done either of them. Also, I want to take the time because this is it's a small mod. It's just such a little thing, but I have a mod that adds parallax scrolling to the dungeon doors. The normal dungeon doors look terrible, right? But like now, it's connected to the wall, which is a big improvement. Normally they're like floating over the wall. But yeah, like you look at it, and of course if you get close, it's flat, right? But if you back up a little bit, now there's, like, you can see that there's depth to it, right? Like when I kind of like move around it, yeah, there's a little depth. And the further away you get, the more depth it looks like it has. That, and it has a blue glow too. Like like when you look at it from a real far distance, it actually looks like there's a full hallway in there, like a full stairway hallway. It is such a little thing, but I really like it. Okay, let's go outside. Well, let's save and then go outside. Ah, here we go, the outside world. Ah, feels good. We're in the danger zone now. So, I honestly think I might want to set the darkness at night to be a little bit darker. So here's no torch, right? With no torch, like I can still see. I can still perfectly see around me, but that might be because it's snowing, right? Like it's winter and the ground is white, so there's a lot of reflection off the ground, you know? It might just be that. But I might make it even darker at night. Oh look, there's a campfire over there. All right, so okay. Ah, okay. So I guess weirboar and werewolf are just the same thing. There's gotta be a mod that does something for that. Alright, so, okay, first things first. So, let's get this out of the way. So yeah, normally, the first thing you would do when leaving the dungeon would be to zoom on in, and probably, if you don't just go straight to Daggerfall, you would probably go to Gothway Garden, right? Nope! You must talk to a carriage driver to travel there. So yeah, in my game, if you want to fast travel, you need to talk to a carriage, like a caravan guy, and they can take you. But if you don't have, yeah, if you're not in a city that has a caravan, you know, a carriage, then no dice. No fast travel for you. We'll see how this works out. Now, okay, look, before you call me crazy, because oh my god, do you know how big Daggerfall is? Before you call me crazy, so first off, I'm probably not going to do the main storyline. I might start it, but I'm not really going to do it. I'm going to have my own adventure, and we'll just see where, you know, we'll see where the adventure takes us, right? And when I play Daggerfall normally, let me say this, when I play the game normally, you do miss a lot of the game's content because you're just fast traveling everywhere, right? Like let's say that all you know is, oh, we need to go to Daggerfall, right? Well, yeah, what would you do? You'd type in Daggerfall, find the location, and just warp right there, skipping everything in between, right? I mean, hell, even if you just fast traveled straight to Gothway Garden, you're kind of skipping out on just the wilderness experience, which I know the vanilla wilderness experience isn't great, but we have some mods to help out with that. The thing is, you miss out on a lot of the immersion of the world when you're just fast traveling everywhere. And this is something that modern RPGs, it's a big problem with modern RPGs. And I'm not against fast travel completely. I get why it's there, and in most games they're built for it, so you kind of just have to use it. That's fine. But But in a game like this, where you do have such a large world that is actually all there, especially with some mods to really add more flavor to it, you're kind of missing out if you're just, you know, warping everywhere. So yeah, I'm gonna see how we do with limited fast travel. We have a limited form of fast travel we can use on roads, and I mean, if you look at the map, like all the cities on the map, all the towns and villages, like they're all connected by roads. I mean, some of the really minor stuff, like the farmsteads, plantations, and like inns, they might not be on the road, but they're close to the road, right? So like, okay, let's say that we wanted to go to Old Victana's shack, right? It's not on the road. So if we wanted to go there, well, there are roads nearby. So once we're on the path here, we could use the limited high-speed travel we have. We could use that to travel along the road system, and we could go here, and then we would only have to hoof it on foot this far, which is, you know, that is still quite a distance, but it's not that bad. It's really not. Or, you know, if we can go to a city that has a caravan, then we could take that and then fast travel to where we want to go. But yeah, like, I think it'll be manageable. I think. And yeah, I have World of Daggerfall. So okay, I have World of Daggerfall installed, which should add a lot of stuff. I think. So I saw some campfires near the dungeon exit. I think that's a World of Daggerfall thing, right? Like, I think World of Daggerfall added that, because in the vanilla game, there's literally nothing in the wilderness. But I have that, and I also have I have all of the Warm Ashes stuff, which adds it adds a bunch of like random encounter things that can happen, and it's not all random monsters. It's also like a random traveler, right, or a guy in his wagon. It can spawn in objects too, and it'll spawn things in every now and then to spice up your adventure. So I have some mods that kind of flesh out the travel experience. And I have a lot of mods that just kind of make things look nicer and add overall to things. Oh yeah, I also have so I think normally you can normally travel to the Isle of Bethany, right? I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I have a mod that adds some very primitive roads. Yeah, it adds some very primitive roads and some more, like, you know, more towns and stuff like that. Kind of fleshes the island out a little bit more. So at some point I want to check out Bethany and see what all that mod added, because that mod was all about just that one island and making it look really nice, so I'm curious to see that. Alright, let's see. So, okay, for right now, well, there's a town to the south. There is that. But there is also that, and I would like to check it out. So let's go check this out. So, yeah, again, normally there's not really anything out here. Normally, we're going east of the dungeon. Yeah, normally there's just nothing here. It's just empty wilderness. So let's see what's over here now. It's probably gonna hurt. I feel like it's probably gonna be some kind of encounter, right? Oh, the combat music is kicking in. Oh, they're shooting arrows at me. Oh boy. It's bad. Oh yeah, oh boy. Oh, arrows are just whizzing past me. Oh. Okay, I'm trying to get closer. Alright, what do we got here? Ruins. So there's apparently some old castle ruins here. Oh, I wonder if I can take them. Oh god, I'm blind. Oh no, I have to run away. Like, I have to run because I am completely blind. And I'm taking damage. Horses passed this way recently. Oh god, I can't see where I am. What's happening right now? I got horribly blinded. Oh, there's a lot of them. There are a lot of them. And they're not taking much damage from my weapon, or from my spells. That's not good. Ooh. Yeah, they hit really hard to... Ow. Well. Well then. So we learned our first hard lesson. Some lessons are learned quite hard. So yeah, okay, I guess thanks to World of Daggerfall, there is now, there is now content out here near Privateer's Hold. It's just a little too hard for me. I think if I was playing a more min-maxed character, I could probably take it just fine, but yeah, I am a lowly level 2 rando adventurer, so I'm not gonna deal with that. Let's go to town. So town should be vaguely, it should be vaguely to the south. And I'm trying to remember the run button. I think it's just middle click. Let me put my weapon away. Let me put my piece away. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna run to the south. Having my torch out while I'm running doesn't really do me a lot of good, so I'm just gonna put it away. I can see where I'm going, right? I can roughly see where I'm going. So let's hoof it to town. And honestly, you know what? It's not that bad of a trek. It's really not. And my speed's not even very good. Like I think if I leveled up my speed a lot, I'm pretty sure short treks like this would really not be a problem at all. Yeah, that was very much a, oh, hello there, fellow traveler, oh god, and just, yeah, arrow through the brain. They blinded me and then just arrow. And that axe, oh. Alright, see look, I can see town already. It's, oh boy, we got our first lag spike. Which you're gonna, like, with all these mods that make things look nice, you're gonna get lag spikes, it's gonna happen. But it's mainly you get a lag spike when you're entering like a big area like a town, you know? Oh man, I like the... So I know it's dark, but I love the look of this. There we go. I love the look of being out in the woods, out in the dark. And then look, you can see the glow, right? You can see the glow from the windows of all the houses in this little village. I love that. Oh god, just get ambushed by a werewolf instantly. Alright, so now using my torch, like now that I'm not running at full speed, using the torch works. Like if you run, your torch gets darker, so. But oh my god, like look, even without the torch, this actually looks good if you ask me. Like if you ask me, this is incredibly atmospheric. I enter the first town, and look at that, you have this, oh man, like that is such a warm glow coming off of the street lights. Like it's a warm glow in the dark. You got the smoke coming up from the chimneys, and oh man, this feels incredibly both cozy and also like dark in tone. Like yeah, it's a fucking scary world out there, but you know what? It actually looks kind of nice here. I could settle in. The ominous music, I think, is the main thing that makes it feel a little unsettling. Oh god, it's just Christmas Town. Oh no. Though I will say this, also let me check my status real quick. It is a cold winter morning in the woodlands. You should wear thicker clothes or a second cloak. Oh right, you can wear 2 cloaks, right? Double up. But yeah, thicker clothes, gotcha. Don't dress like a hoe, gotcha. Yeah, look, it's creepy comfort. How much money do I have anyway? Because I'll need to buy an inn room and all of that. I have 114 gold. That's enough for an inn room. Okay. I like the background image here. Also, oh boy, the cat that came in a meowing earlier. Oh, I didn't have to, like, he settled down and didn't want food earlier, but now he wants food. He's meowing at me. So I guess I'll give him some attention real quick. Let me think. Where do I want to park my character? Let's see. Can I park right here? Yeah, let's park right here. Got a good backdrop to it too. But let me take care of this cat real quick. And also, again, I don't know how much longer we're gonna go on for. Don't know how much longer the wife is doing her D&D thing. But let me deal with this cat. So I'm gonna tab out for a second. Oh man, that kills the mood music. Oh man. But let me put my AFK on. Maybe slide it down a little bit. Okay. Just so you know, you can see the Daggerfall Unity in the background. But yeah, let me do that. I'll tab back in, but I'll keep myself muted and let me deal with this cat, because yeah, oh, he's very hungry. He hungry. So 1 sec for that, and then I guess we'll explore town. So be right back. Alright, I'm back. The other cat came in and I had to also pet and feed her too. So, alright, now we're back and ready. Also, yeah, so like the difference in rooms and I think even foods too that you can get, like it's just kind of, it's better. And I would assume what that means is that, like, it makes your fatigue go down slower, is what I would assume. Because that's kind of a big issue in the game, is that fatigue is, like, fatigue, even without all these mods and stuff, fatigue is always slowly ticking down. Fatigue in this game is less of a measure of, like, being winded, like it is in most games, and it's more like, fatigue is more like your general exhaustion, right? And so that's why it's always ticking down. So I think, I would assume like better quality rooms and stuff I would assume that kind of helps to mitigate that slow loss of fatigue. Which, to be honest, in the vanilla game is not really a big deal. Like, in the vanilla game, that is, that doesn't really hinder you that much. It doesn't matter that much, but I think stuff like that actually would matter a little bit more with all these mods. Like, I think all these mods would make it matter just a little more. Just a little bit. A tiny bit. Alright, let me panic save. Me and my compulsive saving habit. I know, like, here's the thing, man. Every time I go back to Daggerfall, I don't know, Daggerfall, and it's funny, because I don't have any nostalgia for it at all. Like, you know, I might be old, but, like, I didn't even know the Elder Scrolls existed until Morrowind, right? Like, look, I was born in '88, so I was certainly around, but I never knew that these games existed until Morrowind. So, yeah, like, I don't have any nostalgia for Daggerfall. I only got into it for the stream, not that long ago. But now, Daggerfall is kind of my favorite Elder Scrolls game, specifically Daggerfall Unity. Like, there's so much potential in Daggerfall Unity, like, more potential than any of the other Elder Scrolls games, if you ask me. And with the power of mods and modern computers, I think you can really realize the game a lot more than, like, you can realize that original vision much better now than you ever could when the game first came out. And it is still really fun to play too. Yeah, I think overall the like all the Elder Scrolls games are fun to play in their own way. And even the older ones, and even the ones that people don't like as much, like Arena, I think they still hold up pretty good. And you give it such a nice treatment like Daggerfall Unity, and you can even turn it into a game that can contend with modern games. It's kind of awesome. Alright, so let's see. Trying to think. I guess we want to find an inn because while I want to find a shop, I think they're only, I actually can't remember if you can go to a shop in the middle of the night or if you have to wait until daytime. I kind of forget. I mean, either way, if we go south, we'll hit both. So let's take a look. I feel like probably shops, it's been a while, so I feel like shops probably wouldn't be open in the middle of the night, but I just want to check up and see. And also just soak in the ambiance, because I really am liking the way this place looks right now. Which also, I do have mods that change up how things look, because, look, it's, it's the first area, right? It's good old Gothway Garden. We all know it if we've played Daggerfall. That's usually the first place people go, even with fast travel. But I have two mods in. There's three. There's beautiful cities, beautiful villages, and then there's lively cities. And you take all three of those and you combine them together, and they completely overhaul the layouts of the cities and villages and stuff to be more realistic. To be more realistic, to have more details, and to have more NPCs, and just to overall feel more alive. So thanks to these mods in tandem, even Gothway Garden looks and feels very unique and different. I really like that. Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna guess that the place ain't gonna be open right now. But yeah. It's locked, but the lock has nothing to fear from me. Ooh, is this a basket with bread? I can't do anything with it. It's unfortunate that so many items, they're purely decorative, and you can't really do anything with them. It's a shame there's a lot of that in Daggerfall. I guess, it can't really be expected for everything to be able to be picked up, right? Can't really expect that. Alright, here we go. In ye old tavern. I'm looking around just to see that I like the lighting levels. I think I'm happy with the lighting levels. Like, it's nighttime right now. Yeah, it's nighttime and this place is very well illuminated, I think. If I whip out a torch, it's, you know, you whip out a torch and you got all the illumination you need, but even without it, this is fine. Okay. So, now that I'm here in town, now we're here in a nice quaint little village, we don't have fast travel. Yeah, so here's the thing, right? We don't have fast travel, so, or at least we have very limited fast travel. So we're gonna spend a lot of time in one location, basically. Like, okay, let me explain this, alright? So the way that my game is, and how I can't just fast travel whenever I want, I feel like how we're gonna end up playing is we're just gonna wander from town to town, but slowly, right? Like, we're gonna hit a town like this one, and we're gonna, you know, do as many local quests as we possibly can, things that don't require you to go very far. And maybe if there's a dungeon nearby, we'll go there to get our money, but for the most part, we'll just kind of hang around a location and do stuff there, and then move on when we feel like it, or if we have a quest that goes somewhere that's a bit away. But we'll try to overall keep our activities in a kind of limited area, and just adventure and explore as, you know, as we get to it, right? And I think that might be a more fun and immersive way to play the game than just teleporting all over the place and kind of defying the laws of physics just to, you know, to do quests. I think this would be more fun for me. Oh yeah, getting a horse, definitely a good idea. I will say this, I think, okay, let's have a discussion about fast travel. So yeah, in Morrowind, most people love the game for not having fast travel, and yeah, because Morrowind is a good sized world, but it's not a huge one. Like, the world of Morrowind is actually not that large, and it does have fast travel. It has the Silt Striders, it's got the Mages Guild, like, there are ways to fast travel in that game. I would say one of the big problems with Daggerfall is that it is lacking in methods of fast travel that aren't just, you know, instant teleport whenever you want it. Which that's what the game's normal fast travel is. It's basically just you hit the V key, and as long as you're outside, like as long as you're not in a building, if you hit the V key, you can just travel wherever you want in the world instantaneously. That's basically teleportation. To me, that's not really great, you know? I think what Daggerfall needed is, like, it needs more accelerated travel. Like, it needs more methods of traveling around the game world, but that aren't just instantaneous, you know? Like, it needs more fast methods of travel. Like, the horse is a good idea, right? The horse is great, but we need things even better than the horse. We need like faster methods of travel that aren't just instant. And also we need more, like, well, I mean, like the mod I have, right? Like, the mods that I have literally do this, where you can accelerate time as long as you're on a road, right? That's what the game needed. Or, well, yeah, there is a Mages Guild. You can always teleport with the Mages Guilds. So I gotta go into the menu so I don't lose too much fatigue. But the thing is teleporting through the Mages Guild requires you to be pretty high rank, so like, that's a little too much of a barrier of entry. But carriages, right? Like, just having carriages at major cities so that you can travel between those, you know, things like that, and being able to travel along roadways, you know, stuff like that. You know, where, like, limited fast travel and then just accelerated travel. I think Daggerfall needed a lot more methods of doing that, and then it would be fine to have such a huge open world. I mean, that, and the game needs more, like, it needs more locations between locations. You know, it needed, like, it's a game that needed to have random encounters, random things you could run into, just lots of little minor points of interest along the way. And mods do that. Like, mods pretty much have you covered for all of the above now. But that's what Daggerfall was missing, to kind of to make the game world be as large as it is, and to have meaning for that world. Because that's the biggest issue, is that the game, yeah, like the original vanilla game it's so large, but there really aren't enough ways to get around it without just instantly teleporting, which, you know, that pretty much invalidates the size of the world if you can just instantly teleport whenever you want. So it just needed more, like, yeah, more accelerated but not instantaneous travel. or just a more limited means of fast travel that at least requires you to manually go places some of the times. Ooh, let me take a look. Let me take a quick look. I seize a link to the Nexus, and let me see what this mod could be. Let me just look at that real quick. I have a lot of the good mods. Ooh, pet animal companions. I don't have that one, actually. I do have summons, though. I have a, like, it is actually part of the mod that gives me, like, the basic herbalism and the lockpicking minigame. It's kind of like a very all-purpose expansion mod. But one of the things it does is okay, one of the things this game is really missing is the conjuration school of magic. And we still don't really have that properly, but it at least gives you some summoning stuff, like, you know, summon Imp and Atronach. It gives you some of the basics, right, that you expect. So I do have some form of companion. There's another mod that lets you use your language skills to befriend people, but it's kind of jank, and it can break things. Like, it's a little bit jank how it works. It's easy for the companions to just, you know, despawn, and the way that it changes the language skill can conflict with other mods, not in a game-breaking way, but in a way that, like, weird things will happen. Like, you know, a necromancer and his skeletons will spawn, and the skeletons will immediately attack the necromancer, which is clearly not intended, right? So yeah. I will say there's when I was looking around for mods, there's a lot of good mods out there that are quite nice, but they conflict a little bit with some of the mods that I have. Also, I had to reset my Twitch chat, so if I, like, in the last 20 seconds, if anything was said, I might have missed that. After I looked at the mod thing, because I did it with my phone. Like a peasant. Alright. So, okay, we are in the inn. So I need lodging first and foremost. Alright, I would like a room. Good day, High Elf. For how many days will you require this room? Look, alright, we're not doing like roleplay, but I mean, come on, when we get dialogue, we can at least have some fun, can't we? We can have fun. Alright, so, I mean, I guess, you know, I don't know how long I'll be staying here, but, we don't have a lot of money, so I'll just take it for one day. Alright, my price is 16 gold pieces. Sure, sounds great. Okay. And while we're here, I mean, hey, let's get some food. Oh boy, they've got gruel and bread and cheese. I like how the bread and cheese goes off the fucking menu. And yeah, I know if I used the SDF font, it would shorten it down, but like, honestly, this font just feels better to me. So yeah, sorry it goes off the page. It happens. Okay. I mean, look, if it ever comes up that text just does not want to fit with the original font, we can switch back to SDF. But I like the way this gels with the overall game better, so so this is how we're doing it for now. All right, I'll have some gruel. Invigorating. Invigorating. And I got a room, right? That's nice. I mean, there's people we could talk to here, but I'd rather go to my room. Which I wonder. I mean, I think you can just sleep anywhere, right? Once you let me save and just. But I think you get the rest option anywhere. But like, you know, you want to go to a room. Now, I think there were rooms back there, but I'm curious. I'm really curious to know what's down here exactly. I wonder if if I click that loot pile, I could totally steal from it. I might not want to do that, though. That might be a bad idea. The pet mod, it's no dogs, but you get rats, spiders, and bears, cats. Huh. A werewolf cub. Wait, hold up a second. Wouldn't keeping a werewolf cub, a child werewolf, like you mean slavery? Because werewolves are people still, right? They're people that turn into werewolves in Elder Scrolls still. So like having a werewolf cub would that's basically saying, oh yeah, here's my child slave. I keep it as a pet. Wait, what? I guess it's like a puppy, but a werewolf is still that is still a person that transforms into a wolf, right? So I mean, like, it's a person. I'm just saying that's a little weird for a pet. I don't know. I don't know about that one. All right, so here's they just got a basement over there. So let's and oh yeah. So here's the thing. So I could just hit R to rest, but if I left click, that also rests. Oh yeah, I also have a mod that lets me sit in chairs too. I have a mod that lets me sit down in chairs and it recovers fatigue. So that's a thing I can do if I want to. Oh man, called adopting. I don't know. I feel like the problem there is that it's part of the, a pet mod. Though, you know what would really be fun for this game? Let me rest first. I only rested for 2 hours. What time is it? Like, hold up. Yeah, Gothway Garden, it's 10:16. I guess it's daylight, right? 10:16. It's cold winter day. Yeah, I need to wear thicker clothes. I have water to drink and I'm not hungry. All good, all good. I gotta remember how you reload your water skin, though. Gotta remember how you do that. I would like to reload my water. Oh, my water skin is full. I think just talking to a tavern guy, I think that refills it. We still have our smelly raw meat. It hasn't gone bad yet, but it's gonna go bad. Like, honestly, you could probably just get rid of this because it's gonna go bad. Let me go ahead and let me get some fresh food for a new day. Yeah, give me some of that nice bread and cheese. You're too full. Oh, to finish your meal, the rest goes to waste. That's fine. That's fine. But I feel invigorated. And look at this quaint ass little tavern. I like it. I like the details on it. Oh, look at that quaint that quaint beggar. Like, oh man, I feel like he'd probably stab me if I turn around. It's great. But okay, what I was just thinking this got me on a bit of a wild thought. Honestly, you know what Daggerfall needs? So, okay, look, you can already own housing, right? You can own a house in Daggerfall. There's actually a fully realized like real estate system. And I'm gonna go into my inventory so I'm not losing too much fatigue. But yeah, there's a fully realized real estate system. So, you know what it needs? It needs some kind of a, I don't know, some kind of a relationship system. Like, like if you could go up to one of these rando townies and start a relationship, marry them, and then have them move into your house, right? And then I don't know, Fable style, have kids. Like that'd be interesting, honestly. That'd be pretty interesting. That's one area that I haven't seen mods really get into. Like there is that one mod that I have that kind of borders into the shameful mods, the prostitutes and lovers mod, that gives some very simple quest-based relationship stuff that isn't just horny mods. But that's not really what I'm talking about. I mean like a fully realized kind of family system and all that. That would be really cool for this game. And I feel like this is the kind of sandbox game where that kind of thing would actually be right at home. Oh yeah, there is also a mod that allows you to furnish your houses. I have it. It's called Decorator. With Decorator, you I forget what the key is, but if you go into a house that you own and you hit this one key, it'll just pop open a menu with like all of the objects in the game, and you can just you can just furnish your house, move stuff around. You can decorate it like you're playing The Sims, basically. It's I have actually, in the past, I've played around with it a little bit, and it is actually quite in depth. It's like honestly, it's probably more in depth than like the homeownership in any other Elder Scrolls game. So that should tell you quite a lot. Ooh, I did not know that it lets you furnish your boat. I've never actually owned a boat in this game. I guess mainly it's that I never really saw a lot of reason to own a boat. But you know what? Let's put it on the list. Buying a boat. You know what? Life goals. One of our goals as an adventurer in Daggerfall is to eventually not only own our own home, but to own a boat. That is one of our goals. Alright, okay, so we're rested. Well, I mean, we're not fully rested, but like we're good. And we ate food, so I could try and get like quests, talk to people. I could try and do a lot of things. Sure could. I wonder. Let's just talk to some of the tavern patrons. I don't know that I want to take on any big quests, but let's talk to them. Ooh, how would you feel about a quick test of agility? Sure, why not? I think I'm more agile than you. Care to join me in a quick knife-throwing contest to see if I'm right? Now let us decide on the amount to bet on this little challenge. 100 gold pieces sounds... I'm not sure I even have 100 gold pieces, but sure, why not? I think I might not have 100. Okay, you go head... Okay, you go head-to-head with Morgana Ashcroft in a knife-throwing contest. Come on then, she says, getting ready to throw. Closest to the bullseye wins, right? Ah, I throw. Ooh, it's close, Shalina. It's oh so close. So that mean I lose? I only have 91 gold pieces now. I thought I had less money than that, actually, so I don't know. I don't think I did good on that. Like, it's a little hard to tell if I won or lost on that, but I mean, my agility is, I got 67 agility, which isn't, it's not great, but it's not low either. Yeah, I would assume, and I assume this is one of the mods that I have I've just kind of forgotten about, probably to do with tavern games. But yeah, it's just from the dialogue, it's a little unclear whether I won or lost, but I think I lost. Either way, I have 91 gold still, so that's fine. Let's talk to this guy. Ooh, the game had to do some loading when I talked to him. That's probably I have a mod that kind of limits how far away a quest can be. So it might be that mod, like it was probably that mod, like checking for a close quest, right? So this is a local quest. Now it says local quest. I assume that means it's like literally here now in this town, right? I mean, I can talk to the other one too in a second again to check and see if I just misinterpreted. But okay, the Morstan residence is haunted. They need someone to help. I'm not sure I can, but like, sure, hey, why not? I'm here, right? I'm here. Okay, go to the Morstan residence and destroy it. Wait. Go to the Morstan residence and destroy, like burn it to the ground? Oh, I think they mean destroy the ghost, but you can understand how I looked at that. It's like, go to the Morstan residence and destroy it. Like, sure, I got a torch. I got a torch, give me some oil, I can get the job done. Alright, can't bear it any longer. I'll give you everything I have. Just help me. I can't spend another day like this. Okay, so the Morstan residence. Okay. And also, what's she doing? What the hell do you want, Shalina? I think my character's an asshole. I mean, you know, I made a high elf, right? So yeah. Oh look, buy an ale. Where am I? Yeah, where am I? You are in the Beaver and Goblin in Gothway. Oh my god, the Beaver and Goblin. That sounds like the finest medieval themed strip club ever. Come on down to the Beaver and Goblin. Like my head is racing for some kind of innuendos with beavers and goblins. All right, so the Beaver and Goblin. All right, that's where we're doing business now. All right, so this is Barbissa Hearthsley. Who are you? Okay, so she's a commoner. I'm just speaking normally to her. Any news? Daedras can actually be summoned. I hear the Witches and Mages Guild do it all the time. Alright, sounds legit. And any advice? Enough, High Elf. My patience is thin and you've just run out. Oh, alright, goodbye. Yeah, so I guess they don't like that my character is a High Elf. I think you should be wearing more than just a bikini. Do you know how cold it is outside? Like, if I was like that, I would freeze to death. Tell me I'm wrong. Alright, so I think there's only this one floor, right? As far as I can tell. Did I drop that, or was that there before? Oh yeah, that's the meat. That's the 3 pieces of meat that I dropped on the ground. Alright, so this place doesn't look to have a second floor. It's just it's the first floor and the basement, and that's all. Alright, let's go out into town. Let me take a look. What was that residence called? It was the More something residence. My brain is scrambled. We have Untitled Quest. I owe Morgana Ashcroft and the Beaver and Goblin 100 gold, and I have 12 hours to get the money before her friend comes and collects. Oh, great. Oh, boy. So I guess I need to pay her back now, huh? So I currently owe the tavern girl some money, and if I don't pay it, I think her boyfriend's gonna come and break my legs. So hey, emergent storytelling. Oh man, Shalina Spelthar has a quest now. She has to get the money she owes, or else bad things are gonna happen. Perfect. All right. But the other thing is, the ordinary haunting. Okay, so yeah, Loredas. Okay, yeah, Mr. Mastersley has a ghost haunting in his house. It's the Morston residence. So okay, Morston residence. Gotcha. Well, I need to make some money. I gotta make that money. Oh man, look at this. I like it. Now, again, let me say this. I am always very self-conscious about my choice of, like, you know, texture packs and just how I have the game looking, right? Like, Daggerfall Unity is so modifiable and there's so many mods and things. I'm always a little conscious about maintaining the vibe, you know? Like, this is Daggerfall and I want it to look and feel like Daggerfall, but I want it to also look nice, right? I think I've struck a good balance, right? Like, this feels nice. There's still, if you look at things, there's still pixelation, right? Like, even with the nice dream textures, there is still pixelation on things. But we have 3D trees, we have a nice sky. Like, things look and feel nice, but they also still feel like that 90s grain is still there, you know? And I think the 90s grain is important. I'm always kind of looking for other opinions on it, but I feel pretty happy with how I got it looking now. Alright. So we just came out of the Beaver and Goblin. Alright, so if I want to find a place... Right, I need to talk to people. Also, look, birds in the sky! Alright, you there! Okay, location. I gotta remember how to ask people to find things. Yeah, like, okay, thanks, input. That's kind of, like, that's what I'm going for. I want the game to be easier on the eyes and to, you know, like, I want it to be easier on the eyes than the original graphics, because they are a little bit harsh. I want the game to feel immersive, like, you can really get into it and kind of feel like you're there, right? But at the same time, this is Daggerfall, and Daggerfall does have a style to it, and I want it to keep that style. So, yeah, my choice of mods to overhaul the look and everything, I try to keep within that framework, you know? And I'm sure not everyone will agree, but I think I've hit a good happy balance. I hope I have. I mean, yeah, look, consistency is hard in Elder Scrolls, I know. But I just try to keep it mostly consistent. Alright, so, okay, location. It's been a while since I talked to people in Daggerfall. So we got people. Oh, no, yeah, I could find the quest givers, like if I ever lose track of them. Location. I don't want to... So the thing is, like, I need to find the Morsley residence, right? And, I don't really see anything that would kind of lead me to that. Maybe General? There we go, the Morston, not Morsley, Morston. My brain is scrambled eggs, so the Morston residence. Sorry, friend, can't help you. Maybe you can, try harder. Try harder again. Try harder. Okay, I think he doesn't know, so I gotta ask someone that, yeah, I just have to ask someone that might know. Again, I get there eventually, UL. It's just I haven't, like, admittedly, while I have played Daggerfall plenty, it's been a while since I really took the time to talk to people. Oh, also, I do have a mod that kind of, I'm not exactly sure what it does exactly, but it kind of makes the dialogue and the dialogue trees a little better, or at least more natural. Again, I'm not 100% sure, but it's like an advanced dialogue mod. I think it might be doing things like normally in Daggerfall, if you ask someone where something is, they'll say if they say they don't know, if you just keep asking them, they'll eventually they will know, right? I think the advanced dialogue mod, I think it kind of adds a little more consistency to the game. Because, yeah, like, I asked that dude like 10 times and he didn't know, so I think it keeps people consistent. Which would be nice. Alright, so let's ask again. Where is location? And general. Wish I could help, don't know nothing. There's no reason to talk to me like that. I can't help you. I wish I could help you. No, don't have a clue. Wish I knew. Sorry, haven't got an idea. Yeah, so this is very different. I'll say this right now. This is very, very different than vanilla Daggerfall. Like, in vanilla Daggerfall, if you ask someone where something is, and eventually they will tell you exactly where it is, even if the conversation starts with them not having any fucking clue what you're talking about. If you just keep hammering them over the head with the question over and over and over, they'll eventually tell you what you want to hear. So this adds a little bit of a layer of complexity to the game. It makes it harder, but it certainly makes the game more interesting. I gotta say that. I think, like, with commoners, right? With commoners, I think normal is pretty much what you're supposed to go with them. But it might be that too. But I know that I have a dialogue mod that is supposed to be doing something, and I think this might be what you're seeing. But okay, let me ask politely. Yeah, I don't understand. Is that supposed to mean something? Blunt. Yeah, they still don't know. So I think it's my dialogue mod that makes it so that it makes it so that people are a little more internally consistent. So yeah, you can't just scream at someone over and over until they like suddenly know what you're talking about. Like that's how the game works in vanilla. It's basically if you just grab someone by the shoulders and scream at them over and over and over, eventually they will tell you everything you want to know. So my dialogue mod makes it so that not everyone knows everything all the time, which makes it harder to find things you want to find, but it makes NPCs much more consistent, and I like that. I can agree with that, you know? Even if it makes my life harder, I can agree with it. maybe it just impacts chances and it makes it a lot harder to shake people down to get the answer you want. Same difference, right? Same fucking difference. At least, at least make me try 100 times rather than just, ask twice and now they know. I do wonder, although the thing is, I think with I think you kind of have to ask people out in the world, I think, but maybe not, I'm not sure. I think when you want to know directions, I think you have to ask outside, right? I think, but it would make sense that the guy would know where his house is. Also, there's just a stray bush up there. I think that's a consequence of a couple of mods. I wonder if that's a bush I can harvest, because I do have like a harvestable mod in that lets me like gather stuff. But yeah, let me ask him. Oh, it's still haunted. Why won't you help me? Alright, I can't talk. I cannot speak to this man further. Alright, so let's go out in town and we just gotta ask people, or alternatively there's a strategy number 2, and if this was like if this was like Morrowind or Oblivion or Skyrim, we could totally do this, and that would be, you could just check every house in town. You could just check every fucking house in town, and eventually you'll find the house, right? Again, in any other Elder Scrolls game, that would totally be a legit tactic, but look how many houses there are in this town. I do not want to go door to door knocking on everyone's house and asking if it's haunted in there. If I gotta, I'll do it, but yeah, let's try our luck talking to people some more. Alright. So, and I would assume, if there's any variable here, I would assume that, like, leaving an area and coming back would probably refresh who knows what, I would assume. So yeah, I was gonna talk to people. Alright, so, tell me again that, the Morstan residence. Ooh, okay, so she knows something. Yeah, last time I checked, it was awfully close by. It'd be best if I marked the Morstan residence on your map. Great! Awesome. So we finally found someone that knows something. Thank you! Thank you, thick villager. Okay, the Morstan residence is, I think, this building right here. It gets a little, honestly, the labeling of buildings gets a little bit muddy when there's, like, a ton of... Like, the more places you know, the harder it is to actually read anything on this damn map. But with the locations we have, it's good. So we go southeast, and it's right past the tavern. Alright, so southeast. Let's do it. And also, I love how many houses there are in Daggerfall, like in just the game in general. Because, okay, let me put this out there. Where we are right now, Gothway Garden, this is a village. Alright? Like, this is a small village. It is not a... Like, this is not a city. This is not a bustling metropolis. It's a little-ass village in the middle of nowhere. And, I mean, look how many houses, how many shops, how many temples, how many guilds, you know, like, there's everything here, right? And I love that. I absolutely love it. So, okay, Morstan residence is right in front of us. It looks fine. Haunted, what do you mean? Alright. So, I have my sword already, although I doubt it'll do anything against a fucking ghost, right? Like, if it's a proper ghost, I'm not sure anything I have can really hurt it other than my magic, right? Like, I could cast magical spells on it. Oh, I guess I could use my silver longbow. I could use that. I mean, wait a second. I have a silver longbow, but I'm just using arrows. I actually can't remember because I don't really go. I will admit I don't really go archer in Daggerfall normally. I'm playing a little differently this time. I can't really remember if like, I can't remember if the bow is the only thing that matters, or if you need better arrows too, or if there's only one type of arrow and that's generic arrow. I can't really remember. But yeah, I do like how close this place is to the inn. This is a convenient quest right here. Alright. You hear, welcome. Is this the right place? It doesn't feel haunted. This doesn't feel like a haunted house. I hear something though. Ooh, man, this is like a oh god! Oh god. It's a proper ghost, like a real proper kill you dead ghost. Let's maybe not torch. Let's whip out our magics. I think maybe arcane arrow this guy. Oop. Oh god, it hits hard. Jesus Christ, it hits hard. Oh man, oh god, I think I might die. Also, the wife is just pulling up right now, so I think this is where our adventure ends for now. I think this is, yeah. Okay. So, the wife is home. We're dead. I think that's good for today. Alright. We'll continue the immersive adventure next time. Alright? We'll figure out what we're gonna do about that ghost. Till then, see you later. Next time.